Hi friends, and welcome to Miss Katelyn's neighborhood. I am so excited to see you here today for our next installment of us visiting the St. Charles Public Library. This just happens to be where I work. This is one of my most favorite places here in St. Charles, and I can't wait to show you around. Look where we are, guess where we are, let's explore, and so much more. Won't you come and join me? Yes, please come and join me. Let's go through the door. Have you been here before? You might not have been here because this is our temporary space here at the old Haynes Middle School while we're doing construction on our new building. Let's go inside and check out a few of our departments. Come on, friends. As you can see, we have so many departments here at the St. Charles Library. Today we'll be talking about communications and marketing and youth services. Library friends, let's go check out another super hardworking part of our library, communications and marketing. Let's go! Hi Pam, hi Lisa.
Hi, Caitlin.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. These are my library friends.
Hi, library friends.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here and to see what you do.
Sure.
Can you show us some of the things you do in your department?
Well, thank you for inviting us, Miss Katelyn. We're super excited to showcase what we do here in communications and marketing. But first, I'll introduce myself. My name is Pam. I'm the communications and marketing manager. And this is Lisa. She works on the communications and marketing team and is a communication assistant.
How many people do you have on your team?
We have 4 altogether.
4. Okay.
We also have a full-time graphic artist and a program coordinator. So this is the space where we're temporarily working here at Haynes while the library is under construction. This is where our department works and sits. So today we're going to talk about some of the things that we're responsible for, and then we're going to talk about some of the cool things that we print and some projects that are fun.
I see some cool machines on either side of me, so we're really in for a treat, library friends.
Sure. Before we get to that, I just want to share, Caitlin, some of the things that our department does. So we handle all the communication and signage for the library. This is important because we want to make sure that everyone out in the community knows what's happening and all the fun things that are available for them to do.
Yes, so important.
We also manage the library's website. We schedule adult programs. We do the Sunday concerts. We do social media, which is Lisa's, our social media guru.
Yes.
And we also love to go out into the community. Although we can't right now, you may have seen us before at the St. Patrick's Day Parade, or at the Farmers Market, or Scarecrow Fest, even Scarecrow Fest.
So you're all out and about sometimes.
We are.
Either you're here or you're working on stuff. Wow, that's neat that you get to go into the community. That's fun.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. It makes every day a little bit different in our department. So
Yeah.
would you like to talk a little bit more about some of the pieces that we print?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we're lucky, I mentioned earlier, we have a full-time graphic artist who designs and creates many, many different pieces for us, large and small. These are just some samples here, from bookmarks to postcards to flyers to some of our bigger things. One of our biggest communication pieces is our library's newsletter. It's called Discover Your Library. It goes out 4 times a year. You may have seen it in your mailbox, and this is where you can find out all the fun things that are happening program-wise at the library. I'm opening up to the youth services where there's our very own Miss Katelyn's neighborhood right there.
Wow.
But this is where you'll find fun things to do, story times, movies, crafts, and everything fun happening at the library.
Yeah, that is a very important piece of paper that gives a lot of
does.
information. Does that take a long time to make?
It does, yes. It is includes a lot of information from many different departments, And so a lot of people are involved, and a lot of proofreading and
Yes.
rearranging for size, making sure that everything's accurate. So yes, and also this goes out in print 4 times a year, but it also is on our website. All right, well, I will put that back. And now we'll start to show you some of the fun things that we do with our equipment.
Oh my goodness, that's so fun. I'm gonna stand right over here. Is that
Okay. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's ever seen a laser cutter machine, but this machine cuts through large stacks of paper. So if we need to make bookmarks, a lot of times they're on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and we may need to print a lot of them. So the laser printer allows us to put thicker stacks of paper. If we only needed to print a few things, we could put it through this paper cutter, but as you can see, it doesn't, as you get higher and more paper, it
Yeah.
doesn't fit. For example, this laser cutter will cut up to this thick stack of papers.
Wow. So
So-
this machine can cut this
Yes.
thickness of that paper.
And as you can
Wow.
see,
There's no way that could cut that.
that doesn't work so good.
No.
And then, so let's take a look at how this works. Lisa and I are going to show you. So, we turn it on, and there's two different mechanisms that you need to work with. One is raising, lowering the blade, and the other one pushes the paper farther back depending on what size paper you have. So we're going to start out by opening this up, and you have to be extremely careful because
Yes.
the blade is very sharp. So you make sure that the blade, let's just make sure is all the way up at the top, so we're not in any danger. And then we're going to put the paper in, and again, this is a bookmark that we want to cut 3. We'll cut here and here. Okay. So you put the paper in. Lisa, do you want to wheel it back a little bit? Sure. This one here? No, this one, I'm sorry.
Okay. So does that red line on there tell you where it's going to cut?
Yes. So if you look real close, you can see the laser line, and that tells you exactly where you're going to cut. And we're making it 1/3 of the way on the bookmark. There's also safety tools you can use to make sure your fingers, if we had to cut further in, let's just say the cut line was half of that, to stay away from the blade, there's safety tools that we can use to make sure
Okay.
we stay safe. So in this case, okay, so we have it where we want the cut. We're gonna lower the protective shield with a big danger.
Yeah. When we visited the maintenance department, we learned about some things they do to keep the library safe and their department safe with their chemicals and things like that. So I see that safety is a big part of your job too.
Yes,
I see that on
So,
that big circle with the line through it. Gives me a warning.
We cut some bigger things too, and we have gloves that we wear.
Oh,
So if
okay.
we're cutting with a sharp knife,
Yes.
if you slip, it doesn't cut yourself. It
Wow.
won't cut through the laser, not the laser, but a sharp edge of a knife. So we're always
So
trying to be safe.
important safety measures.
Mhm.
Okay.
So now, Lisa, you want to lower the blade?
Okay.
And then this is another safety precaution. These 2 green buttons, you have to press them both at the same time
Oh.
for the blade to come down. And so, let's see if I have a drum roll. Okay. All right. So, yeah, go ahead and raise it, Lisa. Look at that.
Wow.
This is how they come from the printer when you send them out. Nice and clean, no jagged edges. And look how many we were able to do at one time.
Yeah.
It would take us a lot longer to do
Right.
together. So that is our awesome laser cutter. So we'll move on to our next show and tell. So this, let's put this down first. So This is called a wide format printer.
Look at how wide that is.
And
Big.
it is really big. It takes, and it prints up to 24 inches across, and the rolls of paper go underneath, and they print out as long as you need it to be. And so, a couple of fun things we want to point out to you. This is an inkjet cartridge machine, but I don't know if you've seen a smaller home printer.
Yeah.
Usually has maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, little cartridges like
So
this.
all of these
Yes.
are cartridges, and there's 12 separate ink cartridges of ink that go into this machine
Wow.
to produce the graphics and the colors. that we-
Wow.
12.
Wow.
Mhm.
Right.
All right. And then the inside, obviously, is a lot of details involved in the production of this machine and the outcome of the posters. So we recently printed this from our white format printer. This was one of our safety signs that we created and needed to print on a larger scale to share with patrons how we're keeping the library safe for everyone in the community.
Okay.
So this is just one of the examples. Lisa, do you want to show them something else?
Sure.
Oh.
We have a sheet. And library friends, if you happen to do the St. Charles Scarecrow stroll this past October, and you stop by the library, you might have seen this sheet as part of our Scarecrow display. So this also came from this printer.
We feel lucky that we have this in-house to use to make our
Yes.
graphics and signage more professional looking.
Yes.
Lisa is going to show you another piece of equipment. It's our
Yes.
Binder.
Binding
binding
machine.
machine, which she's going to bind our annual report.
Oh, I'd love
And
to
show
see
you how
that.
that
I would like to
That's so
show
cool.
you. Come on over.
Library friends, there are lots of neat machines here in this department.
Okay. So library friends, I'm going to show you what we do when we want to take some papers and make sure that they all stay together. We try to put them in book format. So the first thing that I would do is I would take a small number of the papers, and let me show you this way. I would open it like this because we have to make holes in the paper first before we go ahead and bind it. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that's in. We push all the way down, come back up, and we have our holes. So we're all set. The next thing we do is we take one of these rings, I guess you call them, binder, combs. There you go. And this is kind of the tricky part because you have to make sure that all these little clasps open the right way in order to bind the document.
So each one of those
Yes.
little pieces is going to go into one of these holes.
Exactly right,
Okay.
Miss Katelyn. So we go ahead and I'll show you here. We go ahead and fix it kind of on these, like the teeth here. Okay, and then we go ahead and turn this knob. Make sure that it stays on the little teeth here. We open it, make sure it's wide enough, and then we can easily take our papers. I have to just turn it this way. Put them through these little teeth. Once we
Wow.
have
Oh,
all those pages
so
in.
neat. I have seen this annual report so many
Yes.
times and I've never known how you put that on there.
Yes, it's a fun little process to keep all the pages together. And then we go ahead and we turn this knob back around and we are all set.
Wow.
Makes it nice and easy and keeps everything neat.
Everything together.
Absolutely.
So, do you want to go and look at some even bigger things we print?
Library friends, you know we do. Yes. Can we
Okay.
follow you?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Awesome.
One thing before we go on, I wanted to share that the wide format printer, we can print different types of paper.
Okay.
We can print regular paper like you saw on the safety sign.
Okay.
We can print glossy paper that's shiny and maybe a little fancy if it was a grand opening or an author event. You might want to use a higher end glossy paper.
Okay.
And then we can also now print on graphic cling paper. And what that is paper that we print just like we did here, but then the back of it peels off and you can stick it on surfaces.
Oh.
Very cool.
So we're going to show you an example of that in just a few minutes.
Okay.
So this is one of the larger pieces I was talking about earlier that we can print here at the library. This piece here is called the History of St. Charles Library, and it was originally created a couple of years ago to follow the progress of our renovation from the beginning of the library, and then to show everyone how far we've come and the different expansions along the way, beginning from 1888 all the way through the different renovations to our renovation 2021, which will be the grand opening of our library building and expansion project coming up in the summer of 2021.
Wow. So this piece of paper came from somewhere else?
Yes. So we originally printed it from the wide format printer, and we laminated on foam core board, and it was displayed back in the library
I remember that,
before we
yes.
moved. And then when we came here to Haynes, we had it printed even bigger, and then had it professionally, installed so that it would be here for all to see.
That is really awesome.
One thing that I like about this, Miss Katelyn, is all the photos and illustrations that we included on this piece. So you can see right where the library started and what it's going to look like next summer. The photo right here is a real photo of the Carnegie Library.
I don't think I've ever seen that photo.
1908, isn't that wonderful photo? And you can see, for example, youth services.
Yeah.
All these groovy beanbags in there from 1964.
This particular photo, do you recognize that, Miss
Is it
Katelyn?
for the Carnegie?
Upstairs?
Yeah.
Yes, this is the original Carnegie building and the original stage that was renovated in 1888. But when it was first in its original usage, the high school students used to come there and they would hold their high school dances in this room.
Oh, really?
But thanks to the foundation, the St. Charles Library Foundation, and a grant, they were able to renovate this room back to its original glory. And we were able to do that with the help of donations. And it looks amazing now.
It sure does.
And it takes us, like you said, all the way to 2021.
We're so excited to see our new space.
Great.
Wow, I see something right over there that we just saw back in
That's
there.
exactly right.
Yes, yes, our safety poster.
I see this.
That
Oh,
is
look at
up
that.
and
So
ready
this
to
is-
greet visitors.
So as you saw earlier, it was just a piece of paper, and now you can see that we adhered it to the foam core board, so it's more sturdy, and then put it on an easel to make it prominent for people entering the library.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow. What else can you show us?
Well, how about we look at some of the graphics that we printed on the cling paper and show you what that looks like.
Perfect. Yeah.
Great, let's go.
I'll follow you. Library friends, so many neat things to see.
Okay, so remember back in the communications and marketing office when we showed you the big giant wide format printer? and all of the pieces that we print. Well, this is an example of us using the wide format printer and printing it on graphic cling paper. So what you're seeing behind the desk here was designed by our graphic artist and then cut with our cutting machines, and then each piece was peeled back and then set into the space. So there was a lot of detail that needed to go on with this, including measuring each of the windows. And I should say our graphic artist, Amaryllis, who's a genius, is the one who created this. And we have been using we'll be using Discover Your New library because it's going to be new.
It's going to be new, yeah. Wow. Well, Pam and Lisa, thank you so much for showing us all of these wonderful things. How about it, library friends? This was amazing to see what your department does. Thank you so much for showing us around it, showing us some of your beautiful work.
Thank you, Miss Katelyn.
Thank you, library friends, for joining us. Bye.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Caitlin. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. These are my library friends.
Hi, library friends.
I am so excited to be here in the Youth Services Department today.
And I'm so excited to have you.
This is great. What were you looking at over here?
I was looking at the award books. So there are 3 Kids' Choice Award books that we keep in the Youth Services Department. The Caudle, the Blue Stem, and the Monarch Award books. And kids are able to vote very soon.
Oh, neat. Wow, there's lots of copies of each of them.
Yes. So, kiddos, if you haven't read one of these award books,
Come on down,
yep,
right?
yep,
Yeah,
put hold on it or come in and grab it.
that's awesome. And what's over here?
This is our new AV. AV is audio visual, so that is really most anything that's not a book. So we have movies over here. We have audiobooks, playaways.
Playaways.
Yep,
Lots of our library friends come in and look for playaways.
yep, they sure do.
And are these, do I see new books over here?
Yes, these are our new books. Any books that are brand new to the library are shelved here.
And how long do they stay here on the new shelf?
They stay 5 months.
Okay,
Yeah, but we're going to be shortening up the cycle.
so that we have more new books coming
Yes.
through?
To prepare also for packing them up.
Yes, because we're moving, as we've been talking about with other libraries.
Yes.
I mean, with other departments in our library, we have been talking about moving and
Yes.
change.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of that going on. Yep.
Do you feel that our department has changed a lot since we've had to come over here?
Yes, it has. The biggest change, I think, for our youngest patrons is they can only have access to about a quarter of our materials. So
Okay,
the rest are back in the classrooms.
so
and
1/4 or about 25%
about 25%
of the books kids can grab themselves off of the shelf. Otherwise, they're in the back there,
Yes,
right?
and you have to ask us to go and get them. In our catalog, it says by request. So
Well, as we explore the department today, will you be able to take us behind the scenes back there?
I will.
Where kids haven't been able to see? What do you
Yeah.
guys think? So cool.
Yeah.
That's
So-
awesome.
So many of you have tried to follow us back there.
Yes. Yes. It looks like there's someone here
Yeah.
in an office here. Would
Yeah.
we be able to meet them? Let's go,
Certainly.
library friends.
So this is one of our staff only
Oh, so it's
offices.
a special staff only area.
Yeah,
That's so
so-
cool.
2 people normally work in here.
Okay.
Right now we have Sarah.
Hello.
Working.
Hi.
Sarah orders and works with a lot of our books, which is why she has so many at her desk.
So on your computer screen, it tells you that. That's something special that you have access to,
Yeah,
and you can order books.
I can. So I'll put it in my little shopping cart, just like you would on Amazon or something.
You put it in your shopping cart.
Yeah.
Wow. And we're going to learn in our next video about the technical services department.
Oh, yes.
So I know that you work very closely with their department.
I do.
So Kelly, does everyone here in the department who, like the staff who work, does everyone have a different role that they do here?
Yes, definitely. Most people do have a different role. Everyone's responsible for something.
For different things. Wow.
Yes.
Well, it was so nice to see you, Sarah.
Nice to see you.
Thanks
Nice
again.
seeing you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Bye.
Nice to talk with you.
Uh-huh.
All right, are you ready to go into the bath?
I think we're ready.
All right.
Library friends, this is so exciting.
Okay. So before
So many kiddos have wanted to come back here.
Oh, they have. Yes.
Wow.
So we have a lot of things stored back here. So in this area, we share with the adult department, and they have historical documents back here,
Okay.
and they store on top of this lots of different historical documents, and then we store things over here. One thing we store here are our teacher loans.
Oh yes.
For pickup. So we work with all of the schools in the community, and any teacher is eligible to have a teacher card
Okay.
as long as the principal signs off for the building.
Okay.
And then they request them. We have a form on our website.
So for example, this would be one that's ready for someone.
Yep.
Yes.
That bag is ready to be picked up, and it looks like it was processed yesterday, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably come and pick it up in the next couple days.
So this bag is full of materials that
Yes.
a teacher
Yes.
emailed us and said, I need books on plants.
Yes.
And we collected a whole bunch of books and put them in this bag for
We
them.
did, yes. So during the pandemic, we are using paper bags.
Okay.
Prior to the pandemic, we used canvas bags,
Okay.
but to not have those bags come back and have been touched and have to clean them every time,
Yes.
that's why we use paper.
Paper bags now. Okay.
Yep.
I see some books right over here. Those look like they're getting ready for a book club.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, we're doing quite a bit more book clubs. We do book clubs for all of our award books.
Okay.
And we also do a diverse voices book club, and we do a parenting book club.
How cool.
Yep, those are books for the next parenting book clubs. They're ready to be picked up. If a patron signs up, they can check out a copy.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, I see some yearbooks behind you.
Yes, those are some more of those historical documents
So yearbooks from
from the
St.
local
Charles?
schools. Yep.
Wow, that's really neat to know that we have copies of old yearbooks.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right,
All right.
Here
Are
we
you guys
go
ready for
into the
most
next-
exciting.
special cool area.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Okay. So not only do we have our books in here, we also have a lot of staff workspaces in here. So over here, we have 6 workstations.
Oh, so six friends can work in here.
Yeah, so we have 2 friends who can work up in the first office, 6 here, and then we have a desk in the back for
Wow.
another person to work at. So it's kind of cozy.
Yep.
And then our collections are all these shelves here.
So this is where the books live
Yes.
that are not out on the floor there. We talked about how about 25% are out there.
Yep.
The rest of them are back here.
Yes. So about 75%, and it's not just in this room, it's in the next room too. Now we also have all of our program supplies, so you guys may remember all those fun in-person programs that we used to do. Well, we have a lot of the supplies that we're storing and just the things we use in our department. And since we're getting ready to move soon, we have everything kind of organized. So this whole shelf here is supplies right now,
Yes.
and this then begins
Yes.
our
And
collection.
I heard that you're doing something super special with picture books.
We
Is that right?
We are. We are going to have a new way of shelving our picture books. We're going to shelve our picture books in bins so that all
I'm so excited,
our
library friends.
patrons, yes, all the kids, all the moms, dads, patrons, adults, they will be able to see our books facing forward. And they will be able to look through the bins. The bins will be organized by categories.
So instead of the books being like this,
Yep,
they're going to be like this for you to look through.
yep. So also, instead of being shelved alphabetically by the author's last name, they will be shelved by categories, which is how a lot of kids and parents and caregivers, teachers look for books. They ask us for books on health or princesses or
Or sports,
sports.
hockey.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to have people find books, we hope, easier. It'll give people a greater access. And it'll make people feel empowered to be able to look for the books on their own.
Yes. Oh, wow. That is so exciting. It sounds like that's a really big project.
It's huge.
It's a big project.
Yes.
Yes.
Caitlin's been working on
Wow.
it quite a bit.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting for all of our grown-ups and kiddos to find just what they want quickly and also be able to explore things they haven't seen before.
Yes.
Super awesome. All right.
All right.
Wow, look at all of these books. I see so many.
Yes.
So many.
We have a lot of books back here.
That's great.
And again, you can probably see some of our other items are stored. We even have furniture stored back here.
Yes. And we were talking like there's a lot of change right now. So we are in a temporary space and we're trying to make the best of where we're at.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Can we talk about the program books? No? All right. Let's keep going, friends.
All right, so here's some of our work area again. Some of our supplies are
Lots of
back
supplies.
here.
I see lots of supplies here, library friends. Can you walk us through some of the things that are back
I
here?
sure can. A lot of these are our program supplies, things that we use. But here's something I'm really, really proud of and I want to talk about. This is our supplies for our story walk. The story walk is at Leroy Oaks, and it was on the bridge for the last couple months of fall, and it was even there in December before the snow. And we are restarting in May, and so we do a story a month, and they're on stakes. So this is the last page of the book. It's so adorable. It's such a nice thing to do with families, to go out, read the book as they walk along. This is something new we started last spring and summer with the King County Forest Preserve. They are a wonderful partner, and it gets families reading and also outside. So
That's awesome.
Yes.
Kelly, I see some supplies I see like some felt up there.
oh yes, so if you've ever attended one of our story times, I'm certain that your librarian has probably done a flannel story at one time or another. These are some of our flannel stories here. They're all organized and they are wonderful with stories and instructions. And then we just have a lot of flannel pieces, more envelopes. Oh gosh.
It looks like there's some toys back there that I've seen in story times before on the bottom
Yes, there are. So these were all of the toys that we used to use during storytime programs. We always organized them like this for easy access. For instance, Miss Katelyn might recognize the dolls.
there. These are baby dolls, yeah. We've
They're
had those
all-
out in story times before.
They're all packed away and they're waiting for the kids to be able to come back in person to programs. So we have all our noisemakers and our dolls and our scarves. All our toys are here. We can't wait to use them again.
So many. And I also see a lot of video games.
Yes. Oh, video games are still very popular.
Yeah.
Again, you'll have to ask us to get your video game for you. But
I think a lot of our library friends have been wondering like what it looks like back here and where we keep things. So this is where the video games live, and on the other side too. I think
Yep.
it's fun to see.
it is. We
Yeah.
have some fun things stored back here too. We have the piano from the Carnegie room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
We have our fish tank.
Oh yeah, our fish tank.
It's stored behind the piano. And then again, we just have more books, things we're working on getting ready to pack up.
Yes.
And again, more books. Would you like to see the next room?
Yes. You know, I was gonna ask. I see this says read-alongs
Yes.
and launch pads.
Yeah.
So do we charge?
We
We
do.
charge these here, right?
We do. When they come back, they get charged.
That's neat to
Yeah.
see that they go right
so that
here
they're
and then we
all
charge
ready
them.
for the next patron.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right.
All right. All right, Caitlin.
I'm so excited.
This room is really full of books and supplies.
Wow. Library friends, did you know that this went back all the way back here?
Yeah, we've got
So many things.
We have a lot of the really tall shelves that used to be in the adult department. It gives us extra storage, and none of the kids are back here looking for their
Right.
books, so it works out well. We can store more things. Tucked back in the back, we have a lot of our supplies.
Yeah.
Nice.
So many things, so many items back here.
Yep. And again, we talked about that picture book project. We're doing a lot of work back here. We're doing some work packing up.
Yes.
We're doing
So it looks like nonfiction lives here.
yes.
So our nonfiction books.
Yep, our nonfiction, our audiobooks, our graphic novels.
Oh, I see the sorting. I see sorting.
Yes.
Wow.
Our DVDs are back here.
So many items.
Magazines.
And like you
Holiday.
said, these shelves are higher right now because they allow us to keep more items.
Yes.
But if we had kids back here
No.
browsing and looking, our shelves wouldn't be so high.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They would be more kid-friendly, shorter shelves.
Right. There's only grown-ups back here right now. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I wanted to stop for a minute and show all of our friends our reader collection. We are doing something real new and interesting and helpful with the readers. We are leveling our readers. And we are leveling them by Fountas and Pinnell, which many of our schools use. So this will be really helpful for you families that come in and say, I would like a book at my level.
It'll
Now-
be easier for them to find books that are at the same level.
Yes,
So they won't be moving their spot
No.
in the collection.
right.
They'll have like a sticker.
Yes, a colored sticker. So each color will coordinate with a level.
Wow, that will really help our friends, especially our library friends who are just beginning to read and need a book that's just at their just right level.
Yep.
This is going to be amazing.
Yes.
Oh, I see lots of other books
Oh,
this
we
way.
do. We have lots of other books. So we have our whole fiction collection here,
Okay.
our remaining picture books.
Okay, yeah.
We have our graphic novels here.
Graphic novels. I know a lot of our library friends love graphic
Yes.
novels. We have such a nice collection here.
We do. We have a wonderful collection. We have audiobooks next to graphic novels. We have nonfiction after fiction. We have our parenting collection.
I think a lot of our grown-ups probably don't know that we have this beautiful parenting collection.
We have an
Back here.
amazing and growing parenting collection.
Yes.
We have some wonderful titles. Caitlin is our selector, and she does an amazing job. And Caitlin actually came up with the parenting kit idea.
Yes. So these are very exciting. These are our kits. The blue ones are about fun things like I see a pajamas one over there.
Yep.
Making good choices, construction. And the purple ones deal with some of the harder topics in our life, some of the more challenging things. We call them parenting kits, so parents can discuss, but we have things like loss, if you're afraid of the dark, if you're going to the doctor or the dentist for the first time, puberty, a lot of different topics that grown-ups might want to talk to their kids about. And you'll get a whole bag, you check out the whole bag, and you get all the books that go along with it. Yeah, oh, and we have potty ones. That's a good thing to know. We have potty ones, so yeah. I see some really neat books over here.
We do. This is our world language collection here. So, world language, we have 41 languages.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think even I knew that. I was trying to pull one
We
off.
try to represent all the languages that are spoken in the local school district. We also have sign language and braille books in this collection.
Wow.
So, this is only a small little bit of the world language collection again. We have about 25% of each collection out here.
And the rest of them live in that very back classroom
Yep.
that we were showing our library friends. Yeah.
The nice thing is we also have read-alongs back here, which have CDs with them. So
Oh,
this is a Spanish read-along.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Wow. This is really cool. This is
Yeah.
cool. Oh, I see our
So we've got movies.
more movies. The ones that live out here.
Yep. Some of our movies live out here.
Oh, I
have
see
our-
holiday books here.
We have our holiday books.
St. Patrick's Day, some
Mhm.
Jewish holidays, Islamic holidays, Easter.
Yep.
Wow.
We have our board games.
Oh, this is one of my favorite collections.
Yes. We have a
Miss
great-
Darcy has worked so hard on this. This is just so awesome. So many cool games here.
Yep. I was gonna say we have an awesome selector
Yeah,
for this collection.
she's the best.
Yep. And then we have our launch pads here.
A lot of our library friends love the launch pads.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow,
And this is our whole space.
this is a lot. This is awesome.
We often have kits out. So we are
Oh.
doing to-go kits. They are all in our newsletter or on our calendar, on our website, our event calendar. But as you can see right now, they're all gone. They're amazing and fun. There's different topics. There's for different age groups, but there's something for everyone.
Yes, like we just had a sensory one,
Yes.
a fine motor fun, and fun with math.
Yep.
And those are items that you get to keep. They come in one of those
Yes.
paper bags. You take them, they have an activity in them, and then you get to keep all the items inside.
Yep.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to ask you about
Yes.
summer reading.
Oh, summer reading. Yes, we're doing summer reading again this year. We will start on June 1st. We will be in the process of getting into our new building, but we do have registration on our website. We have a reading page. So we'll be doing it very similar to last year. And we hope that we'll welcome you back into the building sometime in July. And we'll be able to give out prizes for reading.
That's
Do you have any questions about summer reading?
I don't think so. I'm just really
Okay.
excited about it. And I know that we're going to be moving soon.
Yes.
And summer reading plus moving and more space is just going to be a great few months for us. We just
Yep.
can't wait.
Yes.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
talking to
you.
me today. This was so fun to show our library friends some behind the scenes things and things maybe they didn't know about.
Yeah.
This is awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Kelly. I'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
That was so awesome, library friends. Bye, friends. We'll see you next time.